think that's a good plan now. I don't think I need to go drop these two items off because I think I have enough room for now.
Yes.
So yeah, let's head out to Umar Hills.
Wait, Mayor, when is this crisis going to be solved, eh?
Aye, me and mine need to get back to herding, we do, for the wolves have gobbled me flock entire.
Calm down, everyone, please. I assure you that everything that can be done is being done.
Is being done. And what is that? Aye, you just hired a group of those adventurers, didn't you? Where in the abyss are they? Well, they haven't come back yet, no. Oh, we're doomed. Doomed. We must flee the village. We must flee before more people go missing. Now, people. Come, this is no time to panic. Please, listen to my husband. Yes, well, we're looking for another group of adventurers to handle this situation. To kill an ogre is an evil kin, you mean? Yes, ever since that band of monsters moved into the area, we've had nothing but trouble. They're eating people, that's what. You're both daft. 'Tis the wolves that have been wandering the hills, sure enough. Hungry they is. It's not wolves, you fool. It's Umar herself, returned to haunt us and steal our children. Umar, don't be telling that folktale now. Can't you see that it's ogres plain as the truth? People, please, we must first find out what happened to our ranger, Morella, and then track down the source of these murders. More ventures will come soon. Well, they can't come soon enough. You best be doing something, Mayor, or we need to be fleeing to the city for our safety. I'm trying to do something. Everyone remain calm. Panic will not help. I'm going to return to my home now. Everyone, go home, please.
Huh?
Yeah, go on, get out of here. Run away like the cowards you are. What up, Nellic?
I have nothing you wish.
What is it you want, stranger? Who are you? I'd be Nellic, one of the Imsvale guards is all. Wish I could go and do more against the wolves, but I can't leave the village alone. True enough. What exactly is going on here? I'll tell you what is going on, me lord. The wolves that have been in the hills these past years are coming at us. They are. For weeks now, they've been preying on us, sneaking into the village at night and tearing people apart. Then their bodies disappear the next night. 'Tis a gruesome sight, to be sure. I've seen them too. The wolves look at me from afar with smarts in their eyes. 'Tis the truth. The rest of the village is full of fools. Them ogres, I seen them, and they ain't so bad. And the Umar stuff is nothing but a load of nonsense. Has nothing been done to hunt these wolves? Bloody Mayor hired a halfling runt in her troop to find out what's been happening. They haven't come back. Wolves ripped them apart is my guess. Why would wolves come back to take away bodies a day later? Don't rightly know. Ain't nothing natural, that's for sure. They just seem to up and vanish as far as I can tell. What do you know about the ogres? They used to belong to that big rebel army down in the south of Deserters likely. Seen them on my patrols. Don't look like they're up to anything. Led by a big ogre fellow, Malduff, I think, wants to be left alone. The fact that he'd talk for us rather than kill you makes him the worst sort in my books. What's this about Umar? Just a load of bull is all. He wants to know about Umar. Go talk to Vincenzo at the inn. He loves... What do you... Did I say ask about the ogres? Yeah, I did. Okay, I'll be going. On your way then, stranger. We don't need more trouble here. That's for certain.
What? It is done.
Whatever, bitch. Minister Lloyd's home. Let's go.
How's that?
Hello?
Hello. I don't recognize you. You must be new to Imnisvale. Is there something I can
Imnez...
help you with?
Imenez? Actually, I spoke to a boy by the name of Delon in Athkatla. He said you were in need of assistance. You did? Then the boy did get to the city after all. Ah, I'm pleased to hear it. You've come to our aid then, yes? I would like to know more about what is going on here first. Yes, of course. It's a gruesome business. I'm sure that little Delon told you some of the story, but I should elaborate on it for your benefit.
and disappearances here as of late.
People murdered in their beds, their bodies disappearing, bodies found with the skins inside out. Normally, we would turn to our local ranger protector days in a time like this, but our ranger, Morella, has vanished. Several men went to her cabin southwest of the village, and they found no sign of her. It is not like her to be absent for so long. I fear the worst. Soon after, shepherds and farmers from the outlying holds began disappearing. People heard strange noises at night, and we have no ranger to turn to. Everyone's frightened. Everyone's frightened, but they're scared to leave as well, else they get caught out in the wilderness by whatever has been doing the killing. And of course, everyone has ideas on what's behind all this. It's the ogres, my husband. You know it is. My wife, Ina. And yes, many people think it's that group of ogres who moved into the area just before the killings began. Likely is, too. They're in the hills, too close to the village, I say. Yes, you can find them in the hills a bit north of here. Of course, others think it's a pack of very large wolves that's been ranging the hills for some years. And still others claim Uma herself, the Great Witch of the Hills, has returned. Legend has it she was responsible for deaths much like these ones. Pwah! That is just old legends. Umar has been gone for over 500 years now, my husband. Yes, true. I suppose I should warn you. I've already hired a famous knight, Mazzy Fenton, and her troop, but they haven't been back. Ooh, all this talk of Umar brings back memories. Let me tell you. My great-great cousin, Wunni, was one of the adventurers that hunted the Great Witch of the Hills a long time ago. Said she had a fondness for little children, and that her house was made out of chocolate candy, of all things. Personally, a house made of turnips sounds much more appealing, but Wunni stated decisively that the house was delicious nevertheless. According to stories, the witch was dead, something about getting shoved in an oven, but then Grandma Janssen said that Wunni was pretty delusional, so who knows? If wolves were shadows and doing this, they'd have to be terribly evil. Dire wolves, perhaps. I don't think ogres would do this, but I'm not sure. This all sounds quite ominous. To be honest, I think you should check on the ogres and their fellows before chasing after legends and such. So, will you help us? I will make the attempt, yes. Oh, most excellent. Please, my lord, go to Mirella's cabin and find where she has gone. My men are too frightened to go that far from the village. Her cabin is west of the village in the valley. It should not be hard to find. There are other older cabins in the hills, abandoned for many years. Or go north from here to the river and find that Moldolf and his beasts. I've little doubt that they are responsible for all of this, but we must be sure. I'm relieved you have decided to help us. You have the run of the village, my lord. If you need anything else, do not hesitate to come to me.
Simple.
Okay.
If you wish.
Well, let's definitely go out at night, because that's the best time to go. Oh, that's right. There's an inn here, I think. Ooh. Umar Inn.
So happy you brought me with you. I never imagined that we would be doing such great things.
What were these people? God, there's so many people here. Trevor! Ah. Now, I maybe recognize you, should I? Are you kin, mayhap? Come to take me home? That depends. Where's your home? Well, Vincenzo's inn should be here. It be as good a home of mine as any. Sometime I do sleep in a barn or in a haystack. Sometime I do sleep in our woods. Of late, with these murderings and all, Vincenzo does let poor Trevor sleep in the attic. He does. He'd be a good man, that Vincenzo. Well, if this is your home, why were you asking if I was going to take you there? I was wondering if you were kin, not if this were me home, blasted boy. You think a drunk could properly remember if someone would be kin or not? Not this one. Well, what do you know about the killings around here? I don't know that the streets may be a safe place for a poor drunk to nap, and that's for sure. Vincenzo took me in, dear man that he be, so I may be taken by the Umar witch, eh? I mean, myself, I may be knowing if the Umar witch is back. I seen black shapes moving in the nights, like living shadows, but then I be in the town drunk, and nobody listens to what I has to say. Truth be told, I be more than a little frightened to sleep outside these days. But then, this inn is where you'd find me likely as not, so little has changed, I. Minling.
Gadgets I have. Yes, I do.
Yes, what is it that you want exactly? If you want to buy something, then say so quickly, because I've got little enough time to spare for the likes of you. Wow, dude. What do you know about what's going on in this village? Nothing. I don't want to know nothing. All I want is to be able to get out of the stinking village safely once the roads are open. Merchant, can't make a decent living here. Alright, what do you got in stock, bruh? Got some special ale. Okay. Ooh, a gem bag. I'll take the gem bag. Buy it. I'm just buying all the gem bags that I can. I think you have enough bolts, don't you? Yeah, you do.
Jon Johnson at your service.
What do you want?
Greetings, good customer. A pearl.
A lens feeling. Ah, a good day to you, sir. It is nice to see a new face in the village for once. We haven't had many travelers through here since all these killings began naturally. I'd be pleased to show you some of the goods I have to sell, although I must warn you, our mercantile company hasn't had much opportunity to deliver lately, so goods are sparse. What do you know about these killings? Ah, now that's a tale and a half. Mind you, don't listen to the dribble these villagers might tell you. They'd have you half believing that a 500-year-old witch is on the prowl. You see, the real story is that there's a pack of wolves that's decided to come into the village area and pick people off. You can't even travel much unless you got an armed guard. Makes for poor business, it does. Our company thought it was a good thing when we won exclusive rights to Imna's Vale from the council. Now it's just losing us money. Ugh. Why doesn't everyone just leave? Well, some people still think the problem can be solved. I hear the mayor hired a band of adventurers to look into it, but they disappeared. No one wants to travel alone, but if something isn't done soon, they might decide to all leave together. 'Tis a shame. This is a prosperous village otherwise. Good business, usually. Alright, what do you got to sell? What do you have? Do you have anything good? Probably not. I don't really want to buy anything either. Like anything big.
Yes, what? If you wish.
You'll find no better prices in Am.
I just know that one of these days, those ogres is going to come down and massacre me, just like those other villagers. I never thought of something like this when I became a merchant. What do you know about these killings? Oh, it's a terrible thing, isn't it? People dying left and right. You can hardly find a customer anymore, and that's probably okay because nobody will restock me now anyway. Somebody should do something about those ogres, though. Ever since I came, it all started. One of my caravans once got attacked by ogres. They're evil and brutal. Alright, what do you got in stock? Nothing once again.
Well met and welcome.
It's terrible. People have been found dead in their homes with their skins inside out. And then their bodies even disappear. Ender and I fled from our farmhold to be safe here. But the most of the outlying farmers and herders, no one's safe if they're alone for a minute. And even here, you ain't safe.
Well, you look like the sort who has more.
Sorry I didn't get much in the way of tomes today. Been real slow here, so I shipped most of my stock to Athkatla. Ain't talked to anyone in weeks, actually. Business been that bad because of the nasty events around here recently? Aye, that it is. Though there have been quite a few old books turning up around here to make it worthwhile. Nothing startling, but I get by. Enjoy your stay as best you can under the circumstances. Okay. Ah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's a sleeping woman. Alright. Steve. Unless you got yourself a horse hidden under all that armor, you should be talking to Vince and not me, eh? I mean...
Never had
Hello and good day. I'm Vincenzo, and I offer you the services of my humble little inn. There are a lot of things to be said about your inn, Vince, but humble ain't the one I would be picking, eh? Hush, boy, and keep calling me Vince, and I'll have you strapped or a log. The name's Vincenzo. That's a lot of rot. You hears that name from a Sembian trader, and suddenly you're putting on airs. Pfft. Never mind the boy. He's an ignorant lout I took in out of pity. A simpleton who doesn't know his place. Is there what I can do for you, my lord? What do you know about the killings around here? Ah, Vincenzo knows the truth. My family has been in this here area for a long time, and the tales of the witch Umar have been passed down. They have. Not gonna go on into that rot again, are you? Silence, boy. Perhaps I should give you to the witch instead as an offering, eh? Leave you out on the doorstep with a lace of garlic tied around your neck. Well, I thought that'd shut your trap. Now then, my lord. I can tell you about the witch Umar. A tale sure to curl your ears if you'd care to hear it. Go ahead, I've got the time. Like I said, me family is... Like I said, me family has been around these parts a long time. We were here back when the witch herself plagued these lands over 700 years ago. Umar was a wicked one. No one ever saw her except when she came down from the hills to steal some unfortunate soul. Shepherds, babes, anyone who weren't careful. She'd torture them. You'd hear their cries during the night. People tried to find her, but only the victims' bodies would turn up, mutilated and dead. Don't know why they just didn't kill her. Because they couldn't find her, you stupid boy. Were you not listening? And besides, she were a powerful witch with plenty of magic for any fight. Strange thing is, my lord, Umar just vanished one day. Maybe she were killed, maybe not. But every century or so, it's said she comes back to the hills. Haha, this is where it gets funny Gets right front of your story. I'm warning you, boy. You'll be out on your arse faster than you can blink if he keeps this up. As I said, every century or so she comes again. People disappear, tortured in the hills, and only sometimes are the bodies found. Once Umar sated herself in blood, she returns to when she came. This is just like them other times. People forget so easily. 'Tis the witch. I tells ya. Tells ya. Has nobody tried to find this witch in recent years? Well, there was a group of mages some years back who came, young ones, apprentices, I gathered. 2 fellows and a young lass, sure enough. They were sent by their master to look in the Umar witch, or so they said. Nice enough group, but 'twere obvious they expected nothing. I remember them. They were alright, for mages. Lots nicer than that Germian feller. Now he should go and soak his head. Aye, true enough. Them 3 went to the hills, and they was never found again, except for the lass's journal. I found those myself out in the woods. More victims of Umar herself, sure as daylight. You can read in the lass's journal, sure enough. Do you think I might be able to take a look at this journal? Ah, you can. I had a copy or 2 done up by a scribe friend of mine some months back. You can have one if you likes. Copy or 2? More like you got a whole storeroom full of copies of that journal, you bleeding banana. Never heard that before, you bleeding banana. Well, so what if I have? 'Tis a good story, more or less. Make me bloody rich one day. And then where will you be, you little rugrat? More and like you wrote the journal yourself, I'd wager. I didn't say such thing. Here you go, my lord. Use it as you will, but beware the witch if he goes into the hills. She's not sated yet. Not by a long shot. Umar Witch Project Journal. Journal seems to be on an apprentice mage sunflower expedition into the Umar Hills with 2 other apprentices in the search for evidence of the fabled witch. Sorry to Josh Ellis's mother. I'm sorry about what happened to Michaelis. There's something out here with us. We thought it to be peasants, but peasants aren't this clever. Josh Ellis says it's the witch. I hear her when I sleep. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to sleep. I don't want. The journal ends here.
Yes, what?
Can I copy that or not? Oop.
Yes, what?
Okay.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So what's up there?
It is done.
Oh.
As I thought.
What is down here? Forgot again. A little bit more light. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I feel like... nah,
Yes, sir.
we'll wait. We'll wait. Said it's out west here. Oh, it's a dead fucking end. That's a dead fucking end, mate. No, CERN, I don't want you up front, dude. Honestly, when I get Mazzy, CERN will be gone. And then what I plan to do is have him eventually become the tank.
Imagine that we would be doing such great things.
And then get rid of her. And then get Keldorn.
I shall go
But-
forth at your
If you
command.
wish.
Oh, this is her cabin. Ranger cabin. But we'll see. We'll see as I go. I know there's a lot of more companions, but Morella's journal. You skip many entries of times and places far removed from your current worries. Kachi came to visit. Again, a sweet child, eager to learn my ways with the wild creatures. Well, dark creatures roam the forest. Several townspeople have been slain by some unknown predator. Everyone seems to have their own opinion of what is doing the killing. The strangest thing is that the bodies are disappearing in the morning. This leaves me baffled, for most signs point to a pack of wolves that have been in the area for a long time. Wolves don't steal bodies. Or perhaps I should say wolf-like creatures. At night, while I've been patrolling, I've often caught shadowy glimpses of these wolves running along beside me. I've tried to attract their attention, but they ignore me. I find this most strange, as if the pack is being controlled by someone else. Years ago, I spoke with the pack leaders, and they were cordial. Now they either flee from me, or, I fear to say this, they stalk me. It is near noon, and still the wood outside my cabin seems full of shadows. I've been hard-pressed to hear birds, and most of the larger animals have long fled. I plan to find the wolves' den this afternoon. I've drawn a map to it. All signs point to them as being the culprits, but what wolves act like this? They're wolves with the cunning of men. And there's something else, a whispering in my mind. It is faint now, in the waking hours, but while I sleep, I dream only of this voice and the face behind it. Whether it is connected to the voices, I do not know. I suspect that by the time the sun sets tonight, I'll have answers to my questions.
Yes, out with it.
Yeah, get those gems. Ooh, more bolts. More bolts. Looks as if a violent struggle has taken place here. Someone was killed and dragged out of the cabin. There are a few footprints in the blood. They appear to be dog or wolf prints. Walag. We traveled this day to search out the wolf lair. My own scouting in the region has confirmed Morella's suspicions that there's a large pack of wolves acting in this area. On the map included, I've indicated where I believe the wolf den to be located. Follow us if you can, but be cautious. We can ill afford another mysterious disappearance. Until we meet again, Mazzy. The same sheet is drawn a crude but effective map which indicates the path to a forested area several hours north of Imminous Vale region. Yeah, copy that shit.
Huh? If you wish.
If you wish.
What, huh? Yes, yeah.
Oh god, it's a moose. Kill it! So, gotta go find that den of wolves. Harry. What the hell's going on here? Erlen Hendrick.
I've no time for
We're just-
to talk to you now.
We're just good folk fled from the outer farmlands, stranger. We ask nothing of you other than you leave us be. Why do you have all these chickens? This is none of your concern, my lord. They're nothing but chickens for eating is all.
What?
It's a lot of chickens, dude.
Well met and well
Something you be need, my lord? Why do you have all these chickens here? Why not? We can leave the farm... We can't leave the farm to rot completely. We have to eat, aye, my lord?
It is done.
Okay.
Yes, as I thought.
Oh, hey.
Who are you?
I had 4 friends up and disappeared in the last month. I wonder if I'll see them again. Probably not.
And who might you be?
Hello, my lord. 'Tis a bad time you picked to visit our fair village. Who are you? My name is Margie, short for Margaret. My husband is Dale, one of the herders. We fled from the outskirts of the village lines because of the wolves. The wolves have picked this year to start in on us people, mauling and stealing corpses. It has been just ghastly. They've been around for several years, but they've never been this bad. Everyone gets so upset and frightened, and they start thinking things are happening that aren't. Some people are blaming the ogre and his band, but they haven't done anything to harm us. After all, how can an ogre steal into the village and steal a body? No. The tales of Umar are just fanciful. Even my daughter, Ketcha, hears these things and comes up with wild stories. The wolves around here have always been a danger. They're large and they're smart, and they're just a danger once again. That's all there is to it. People should know better. Okay.
Good business to you.
Hello. Don't meet a lot of strangers around here, especially as of late. Name's Groose. Came into the village with some of the other herders after some of us started being slaughtered or just plain disappeared. Herders, farmers, anyone in the outlying lands. Mayor sent people to find out what's happening, but I know what's going on. It's Umar. The witch has come back. And there ain't no one who goes into the hills going to come back now. Okay, well, whatever. Don't go to the hill. Yeah, whatever, dude.
What simple?
Okay.
Huh? If you wish.
All right, listen, Beefy.
Top of the day to you.
Nope, you don't got anything.
You're a stranger.
Hello, sir. Who might you be? My name's Katja. Katja. I came here with me ma and pa to flee the bad people who are killing everybody. When I grow up, though, I am going to be a mighty warrior and leave this place for good. What do you know about these bad people? Ma and pa says I'm just telling stories, but I'm not. It's true, and I really saw it. Because Morella mentioned this person in there. I was bringing the cows home a couple of weeks ago, and I was bringing them through the path in the woods because it's faster, even though Ma doesn't like it when I goes through there. But I passes by the ranger's cabin. Morella's always been real nice to me. She gives me candies that she says she makes out of tree sap, and she took me fishing once, too. When I passed by it, though, I saw this big black shadow coming out of her cabin, and it was leaving a big trail of red stuff, which looked like blood. It was so big and scary, it looked like a wolf monster. I was so scared for Morella, so I went and told me Mom and Pa, but they didn't believe me and told me to stop telling stories. But it really is true, sir, honest. If you went to the cabin, I bet you'd find something. It's just to the west of the village out in the valley. Nobody wants to go out there now because they're all scared, but I saw something, sir.
Yes.
Well, I saw it too, so... I mean, I didn't see it, but... I saw the journal and stuff. Oh, greetings, you stranger. Why the long face? My love is Colette, and her father is a wizard of no small power, and possessed of considerable bias against me. His name is Germian. And I understand he intends to use Colette as a bargaining tool for some wizardly endeavor of his own. Against her will, I imagine, although I've had no chance to ask her opinion. I know she wants to go with me, I know it, but her father will not have none of it. He intends to go to great lengths to keep us apart. Oh, woe is me. Perhaps I could speak to him for you. It would be of no use, I'm sure, and I do not wish to use violence in such an endeavor. I do not appreciate its taste, and no doubt Germian would crush me with magic. You're kind to offer your assistance, but there's no helping me, I think. Leave me to my sorrow, please.
Huh? If you
Bruh.
wish.
I'll go do this for you, dude.
Need something
Eh? Who disturbs me? What? Shit, Jahira's talking. I am Jahira. Who are you? Jahira, eh? Well, I don't recognize your name. So long as you're not sent by that fool Dar, I'll not object to your presence. And I, since you ask, am none other than Germian, licensed cowled wizard for this region. So you needn't run off and attempt to report me, girl. You're a cowled wizard, then why don't you do something about the killings around here? I don't do anything about it because I don't want to do anything about it. I have more important things to do, and until the cowled wizards tell me otherwise, I'll not involve myself. What is this thing you're making? Ah, glad that you asked. This, my friend, is nothing other than... Don't call me Don't call me your friend. Nothing other than a golem of stone. A fine piece of magical craftsmanship, if I do say so myself. Few other mages have made the attempt, you see. This type of golem is quite powerful and dangerous. But I am more than skilled enough to control it. Once it's complete, I'll have an excellent servant, and something to keep an eye on my daughter and that foolhardy beau of hers while I'm away. Trouble is, I'm missing one of the crucial ingredients, the blood of a mimic. I'd pay handsomely for some, in fact. You look like the adventurous type. Care to find me some? What's a mimic, and where can I find one? A mimic is a vicious little creature, shape-changer, that likes to attract and kill adventurers by looking like a treasure chest or similar objects. They generally exist in dungeons, ruins, and similar places, although where you would find one around here, I haven't a clue. That's why I'm looking for some. Very well, I'll make the attempt. Actually, I'm saving coin to rescue a friend. What would be the reward be for this task? I seem to recall that I've got a magical sword, and they won in a bet from that fool told Garius. No use for it, but it's valuable. Find me some mimic's blood and it's yours. Alright, I'll make the attempt. Fine, I wish I could point you in the right direction, but if you do find some, you know where to find me. Off you go then, girl. Whoa!
Something stranger.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Colette.
Hello there.
Father will never let me marry Dar. That is all I wish to do. I don't know why he won't change his mind. Damn it. Stone Golem has nothing to say to me.
Wow, an adventure.
Sir? Sir.